Hello, today is Tuesday, November 17th, and today we will be studying Unit 4, Lesson 6. And in Lesson 6, we'll be learning about partial products, 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication. Our learning target for today, I can solve 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication using partial products based on a place value strategy. Our essential question, why is it important to approach problems using a variety of strategies? And on this next slide, guys, I have just attached the same help videos from yesterday. So I just want to make them accessible to you. So you'll have them, and if you need to refer back to either one of them, please feel free to do so. And they're just giving you examples on how to solve a problem using the area model, algebraic notation, and also the expanded notation here. So they're there for you in case you need them. So on our next slide here, we're going to do a Jamboard activity. So this is going to be a launch activity on our Jamboard, and this Jamboard has been assigned to you by your teacher on Google Classroom. So you're going to go and open that one up if you haven't already. There should be 2 Jamboards on there today, and you're going to open up one, and I'm going to show you in just a second which one it should be. Okay, so the first Jamboard that you should have up, this is it. And it says Julian knows that 165 times 3 is 495 because 100 times 3 is 300 and 60 times 3 is 180 and 5 times 3 is 15. So the partial products are 300, 180 plus 15, which equal the final product of 495. So step 1, is Jillian's strategy correct? And I want you to answer that question. Explain it right here inside of this area that says type here. So you're just going to click in there and you will type your answer. Okay. And here, step 2, solve using the area model. So you're going to actually solve it using the area model right here. So that means that, remember, you're gonna do some decomposing of numbers at the top. You're gonna have your number over here. You're gonna have your equation, partial products inside of here. And of course, I want you to show where you've added the partial products up. You can either do it on the side or below, your choice. Okay, so I'll pause the video for a few minutes, give you an opportunity to complete this, step 1 and step 2. And lest I forget, at the bottom right here, it does have a step 3. So it says, now use Jillian's method to find 212 times 3. So you've had an opportunity to go on and solve step 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to show you my work on here. So step 1 is Jillian's strategy correct? Explain. So yes, Jillian is correct. He is using the algebraic notation strategy to find her partial products. She used the distributive property to multiply 3 by the value of each digit in 165. So yes, Jillian is correct. And over here it says solve using the area model. And you see the 165 has been broken apart up here or decomposed to be 100 plus 60 plus the 5, and they're all multiplied, each of them by 3. And you got your answer 300, 180 here because you multiplied the 60 times 3, and 15 is a partial product here, multiplying the 5 times the 3. All the partial products are added up with an answer of 495, which is the same as Jillian's answer. Down here, step 3, it says use Jillian's method to find 212 times 3. So 212 has been decomposed, 200s, 10, and 2, and each of them are multiplied by 3. And here are the partial products. 200 times 3 is 600, 10 times 3 is 30, 2 times 3 is 6, and when you add all these partial products up, you get an answer of 636 for this particular problem. So make sure to pause the video to make any corrections to yours that you might need to make. So on our next slide, we've got area model versus expanded notation. And we're going to be comparing the area model versus the expanded notation while using both each of them to solve this particular multiplication problem, 212 times 3. So I want to pause the video and give you an opportunity to really look at them and, try to identify what similarities that you see between the two methods. What do you notice about partial products? Uh, how are they different? And how do each relate to place value? So I want you to be thinking about those as you kind of look through them. And any answers that you have, go on and put inside of write them in your notebook. Okay, so when you're comparing these two, you'll notice, obviously, with the area model, you got the rectangular sections. Expanded doesn't have those. Um, expanded is usually, more of a vertical, but they're both using the partial products, and the number 212 has been decomposed the same in each one. 200 plus 10 plus 2, and you've got the partial products are in each the 630 and 6. But of course here you've got 600 first and 30 and 6, and here is just the opposite. 6 is first, 30 and 600, but the final product is the same for both of them. And on our next slide, we've got all three of the methods that we've been talking about here. The area model, the expanded, and we've added in the algebraic notation for you to look at. The same multiplication problem, 212 times 3. So let's take just a couple of minutes. I want you to just examine these and think about whatever differences that you see, what similarities do you see, and write your answer inside of your notebook. So I want you to pause and just write it in your notebook. Hopefully by now you've been able to practice with each one of these enough to figure out which one that you're most comfortable with. But if you haven't determined yet, maybe with a little bit more practice, you will be able to determine, well, which one are you most comfortable in using, and that's okay. And on our next slide, we've actually got a Jamboard activity here. Okay, so we got Jamboard independent practice, and you've had two Jamboards that should have been assigned to you by your teacher today, and I'll bring up in just a minute here and show you exactly which one you should be working on first. So the Jamboard that you should be working on for independent work is this one. It looks like this, and there are actually, let's see, there are 3 on here. The first one is asking you to use the area model strategy, and the problem is 6 times 397. And down here at the bottom it says explain the steps that you use to find a product using the area model strategy. So you type your answer in here. You're going to do that in complete sentences. And your next one, you're using the expanded notation strategy. And again, down here you are typing in here and you are writing your explanation in complete sentences. The third one, you're using the algebraic notation strategy, and you are again typing your explanation right here in sentence form. And so this is your independent work, and make sure to complete all of them before you submit your assignment to your teacher. And lastly, details about our independent work. Make sure you complete the previous Jamboard activity before you turn in your Google Classroom lesson. Also, after you finish that, make sure to work on Khan Academy for about 15 minutes. And you're going to work on the assignments that your teacher has already assigned you with multiplication.